to another witness sound interview that we've got for you.
We were next door at Plaza Physicians Group. They've been working on the gas all day. About 1 o'clock, you can start smelling gas. They came in about 3, checked the level of the gas, and we could complain about the smell all day. Probably 5 or so, they came in, read the levels, said they need to evacuate 1%. Probably 2 minutes later, just heard a big explosion. Felt like we were inside the building next door at Plaza Physicians Group. Huge explosion, everything felt like it was crashing on top of us. Like the guy came in and he told us to evacuate. Next thing I know, boom, everything just exploded. It was just the scariest thing I ever witnessed, ever been through in my life.
About 5:15, it got real strong. And then a few minutes later, I just heard a loud concussion, the whole back of the bus stop, and then I went to the ground. And that's when I seen the flame. There was flames coming up out of the street. Now, there was a backhoe up across from the JJ's. It wasn't on fire at that point, but there was flames coming out of the street. Now, approximately about 5:30, the diesel tank on the backhoe did explode. I was standing here watching it. It exploded.
And I could see that there was a fire truck already out there, but you could already smell the gas. And so this was about 40 minutes or so before the explosion happened, which it shook this entire area. People came down, there was far down as California Pizza Kitchen and O'Dowd's that felt it. It set off all the car alarms, you know, all through the entire block. And so when we came out, it was already just engulfed in flames, and the flames were even taller than the building next to it. So there was people that were evacuating from the apartment building over here, people with their animals, you know, getting them out of the apartment building. So it was just kind of crazy.
Once again, these are